Hi everyone, this is a video about using Delgado's library databases. These are required for writing your research paper, and it makes researching much easier than it was years ago when people had to go to the physical library. Now we can use the library's website to find a lot of good information. So you can see I'm on the Delgado homepage, and I want to navigate to the library site. So we can scroll down and click library here, or we can go up here to academics, and click library. So this is the library webpage. Sometimes you'll see some announcements right here. There's not any right now. And there's a couple different search bars, so you want to make sure you go to the right place. This center area contains quick links to the different things you might use. If you want to search the library catalog, which I encourage everyone to do, the catalog is all of the materials that our library has, physical and digital. You can also click databases, and then you'll click the link, which will take you to the list of databases. However, there's an easier link over on the left-hand side. We can click New and Popular Databases. I'm going to click there, and it has a list of new databases and popular databases. I'm going to use 4 of the very popular databases for students today. We're going to look at Academic Search Complete, CQ Researcher, Opposing Viewpoints, and SIR's Knowledge Source. I'm going to start with SIR's Knowledge Source. So we click on it, and here we are at the homepage for this database. Now, if you are accessing this from home, it will ask you to log in first. If you're on campus, then it'll automatically take you to the page. But if you're not on campus, it'll take you to that login page, and it will look for your Lola number and I believe your birth date to log in. It will have instructions on the page. So, okay, I'm going to type fad diets into the search bar. We're doing food in a lot of my classes, and we'll see that it provides some general background information, including the essential question about fad diets. So that might be good background reading for you if that's your topic. I'm going to scroll down. It offers viewpoints, and then it has a bunch of sources. We can see on the left-hand side all the different types of sources that are provided. I'm just going to click on the first one. It's right here. This is a relatively recent article. It's from the New York Times. And read through it and decide, do I want to use this on my paper? And we'll just say, yeah, I want to use it. It looks like it has some good information for me. Remember that you'll need to save your articles, so you can do a couple things. You can print it, and I recommend printing to PDF so you just have a digital copy. See, you can save as a PDF. You can also email it to yourself. Sometimes it offers a PDF download. This article is not doing that. And so I have my copy saved, I've read through it, I've used some quotes in my paper, and I'm going to go over here and click Cite. And this database is awesome because it includes an ML8 citation. So I can just highlight it, right-click and copy it. And I've got a working works cited page here. I'm just going to add it. You'll note I actually don't have stuff in ABC order yet, right? So I'm going to have to switch these out. So we're going to go back to the database, and we can look and just see if there's another one that offers us the PDF version. It may not today. Here's one, US News is wrong about best diets. This one doesn't offer it either. Sometimes you can also save it to Google Docs. It just depends on which article you've got. So I'm back at our list of databases, and I'm going to click on opposing viewpoints. Okay, so this is opposing viewpoints in context. This is a great database because it's a little prettier, it has a little bit more of a fancy layout, and it offers pros and cons of a lot of issues. So I can actually just type into the search bar like I did before, hit enter, let's see what we've got. So for this topic, there's not actually a ton of information on opposing viewpoints, but there is a little bit. We've got one academic journal article, a couple of viewpoint essays, some reference materials, some information from news broadcast, as well as news articles. I'm going to go to the academic journal article. Although there's only one, it may not be really great for my paper. It was published a long time ago, about almost 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, but I'll click on it. And opposing viewpoints has a couple ways we can look at and save articles. You want to read through it, see if it's good for your paper. You can listen to it. You can just listen, so it'll play it for you. And there's a bunch of tools over here. You can send it to your Google Drive, OneDrive, print, email, download, etc. So there's a lot of ways to save this article. Additionally, you can scroll down to the bottom, and we've got an MLA 8th edition citation. This is great because opposing viewpoints hadn't updated last year. So I'm going to highlight it, right click, copy it, and I'm just going to add it to my working list here. A couple things. I prefer that students use Times New Roman, so I'll just go ahead and do that now. We've also got this gray highlighting that I haven't quite figured out how to get rid of. If anyone knows, feel free to show me. All right, so we're going to go back to the opposing viewpoints page, and let's see. I think that's all the most important information that we can get here. So I'm going to go back to my list, and now we're going to look at CQ Researcher. So here we are in CQ Researcher. This specifically has a lot of different information, including topics that are really important right now. I don't see something that connects directly to fad diets, although I'm sure that many of these topics will have subtopics that are relatable. So we're just going to do another search. Just try it here. We've got 71 results, which is kind of a lot, but they look like they might be really useful. So here's one about food policy. I'm going to click on it. And we've got a ton of information here, an overview of the topic, different dates that the issue has been discussed. You can scroll down. Lots of citations in this article. We get to the very bottom, and let's see. This is like a big overview. We can cite this source, although it has APA as its standard. So I'm going to click the Cite Now button back at the top and click MLA, and it does have the MLA 8 citation for us. So we can highlight, copy, and paste it into our list. Again, we need to fix the alphabetical order here. So we're going to go back to our page. So this is a big overview of the topic, but I may want to narrow it using these on the right hand side. Maybe I want to look at health specific articles. I might look at something about dietary supplements. We can also download the PDF of the article, and as you can see, there's a ton of great information using this database. All right, so we're going to move to the last database up at the top. Academic Search Complete is one of the most complete databases out there. However, it is used for peer-to-peer research. So a lot of the articles on here are going to be experts writing for other experts in any given field. So some of the information may be a little bit harder to understand and may include jargon. That being said, I'm going to go ahead and type in my topic. But, oops, I clicked search too soon. Before I hit search, I want to do a couple things. You'll notice that it uses Boolean search, which is when we use and, or, and not to limit our searches. I definitely want to find full text articles. Academic Search Complete will provide articles that tells us that they exist, it gives us the background information, but it doesn't actually let us read the article. So we want to definitely find full text. And we also probably want to limit it by year. So let's just say we want to look as far back as 2008, 10 years ago, and then we'll do 2018. Okay, now that I've limited, I'm going to type in my word here, fad diets, and click search. Alright, I've got 161 articles. That's a pretty great number, although more than you'd ever really want to read. So we can see, alright, we've got the first one is a PDF full text from an academic journal. We've got another article from New Scientist. There's a lot of information here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this first one, talking about that Whole30 diet that people are into. And this gives us a lot of information on the first page that we see. We've got the author, where it came from, what issue number, and then we have an abstract. The abstract is an overview of what the article is about, not to be confused with the actual article. So I'm going to click PDF full text, which is great, so we can see it as it originally appeared. And this is a pretty short, very short article that's just, I guess, a review of this diet, though it might be useful. I'm going to click back. And on the right-hand side, we've got all of that stuff that we might want to use to save it, right? We can send it to Google Drive, print it, email it to ourselves, save it if you set up an account with Academic Search Complete, and cite it. So save it the way you want to save it, but make sure you keep a copy if you want to use the article. And then you can click Cite, and it gives us a bunch of different formats. We're using MLA, and it has also updated to MLA8. Copying this one and adding it to my list. For some reason it's green. Well, I'll have to figure that one out. So that is Academic Search Complete. Academic Search Complete is one of the databases that I tend to tell students to use, although the other ones are a little bit more user-friendly. So this is the end of my video for using the Delgado databases, and thanks so much. Y'all have a great day.